Hey you! Yeah you! Before we get into the video, I just want you to know, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button, click the subscribe button to become one of the darkness, and smash that bell boy to get updates on those crazy videos you might miss out on. Don't miss out on those crazy videos now, it'll be bad luck for it, won't it? So anyway, let's get into the vid. How you doing, acolytes? I'm TheOracle and welcome to another commentary vid. I haven't done commentary in over a year. Probably because I keep losing focus because I jump to one thing to another thing, lose focus to that thing, and it's a little bit chaotic inside my mind. A little bit of chaos won't harm anyone. But yeah, today we're talking about something that's been in drama recently, and you're probably there now reading in the comments about the person you like I'm talking about. Please do that, and I can just insult you further, as you look like a clown doing so. We are here to talk about this specimen of this specimen in general, and Sarah Jessica Parker's more unfortunate sister in house since 2016. They've been free-falling from our graces and have been abusing everyone's brain cells ever since with their utter stupidity.
Watched the whole. I bootlegged it. I pirated it. 1.5 million pay-per-view orders. I didn't pay for that shit.
I don't think Felix is a racist person, but god damn, he really kind of just was really comfortable using that word.
Nigger, faggot, whore. It's just a wonderful string of words that really gets you going.
That really just kind of...
Fuck you,
Stop it, please, I beg you!
Oh, sorry for showing that. You must have prospects of being a genius scientist, and now, well, enjoy licking windows every night and hope you recover quickly from what you just watched. But today, we're going to look at their merch line, Teddy Fresh, and the many scandals that is currently going on with it. It's a scam, plain and simple. And I'm here today to show how Tweedledee and Tweedledum are conning you out of good merch, your money, and sadly the rest of your sanity. So let's get into Teddy Fresh is a scam.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Yes, thanks to a tip-off from a certain YouTuber by the name of True Sleuth, it looks like Hila and Ethan have been a little naughty with Teddy Fresh. A little naughty. Because they don't treat their workers right and among other things. So, there's loads of work reviews on Glassdoor, and don't come saying that it was all Trissa stands. The only difference between Ethan's fans and Trissa's fans, that Ethan's fans know how to use a keyboard. So anyway, let's get into them. So yes, thanks to True Sleuth, it's been revealed that Teddy Fresh is not a great place to work, with their upcoming reviews from Glassdoor and many others, including customer reviews, suggest. I mean, do you really think the guy who dresses in diapers and has the self-awareness of a fire truck, slowly sinking in a swamp, still reading the sirens, to have a healthy work environment and not have soddy merch? Well, I'll let you answer that, so let's check out the reviews. So before any of you come screaming, I'm on Glassdoor here, and you can even see the first bad review. The first one I found is worrying, and it seems that Ethan may be paying for fake reviews. I mean, it does happen all the time on the Apple Store and Amazon. Or the h3h3 may be doing themselves, but we get to that later. So the review says, not much pros as it's a basic poorly run startup with the usual fashion industry problems. Further adds the company favours people who look like themselves, obsess over your professional background, and make you feel unsure about yourself while it feels like a boys club, and will fire you without explaining why. Note at the bottom it further alludes that h3h3 are clearly leaving, as they state the positive reviews are from people who have never worked in the fashion industry. The next one is a long one, but I'll point out certain details so I'm not on it forever. So the review goes, they said they get free food, which is a plus, I'm not surprised by that in the slightest, but it goes on to say, there is no real creative direction from top, other than hand-drawn illustrations, which seem to come from Pinterest boards. I consider I have seen future designs. We'll add to this later. They state that a few times that the CEO, who is Hila Klein by the way, is super inconsistent and never shows up in the office, while having no practical real-world business or design experience, including not knowing how to sketch, fit or construct. It adds that the brand is not a top commitment to them and not a priority. Continuing, it adds that no employee has worked there for more than 2 years, and many have quit or fired, again with no to little no reasons why they were let go in the first place. Oof, talk about trouble in paradise. This one says they were treated like a slave and yelled at constantly, which is pretty ironic if you ask me. They also state it's a serious toxic environment and tons of cheating and affairs occur within the workplace. Wow, tons of affairs and cheating? I'll totally watch a soap opera of this. This is from another ex-worker who also furthers with the fact that they just fire and rehire people when they feel like it, and that they have no job security, which has created a culture of passing the blame. It also says that anyone is dispensable in their eyes, which I'm sure there's a few laws broken here, especially with employment. Further down it says that you don't receive any job training or orientation, expecting you to get by without knowing anything, and you fuck up, they boot you out the door. Interesting, the last line reads about the brand itself is largely copies of other brands and more original with each delivery, and that the owner and head designer will normally copy other companies' designs, so keep that in mind. To continue, apparently if you bring the best experience to the table and try to keep the company afloat, they'll just fire you for speaking up. Jesus, they're Jews and they're acting like the people that wanted to prosecute them more than 70 years ago. This ex-worker further adds to how inept the owners are by saying they have no idea what they're doing or how to run a business, along with no organisation or job security. They even said they heard one of the owners say, "I like to run my business like the Lord of the Flies." You know, the story about a bunch of boys stranded on an island that will do anything to survive. He doesn't sound like a leftist much anymore, does he? But I'm sure Hassan and Death News will continue to suck him off, or suck what's there of course. This further adds how it's a terrible place to work and has a toxic workplace environment, as it states. Leadership talks shit about employees behind their backs to other employees, and nothing is addressed, and you're supposed to take the bullying. You have to work here 24/7 and even told you're not working long enough. They're the perfect billionaires, aren't they? Jeff Bezos would be jealous. They also add again how the owners have no idea to run a business and don't listen to people who know what they're doing, probably firing them. To continue, they further add that no one gets any training or no direction is provided. This review shows more the toxic workplace that Teddy Fresh seems to have. Owners apparently hire and fire people without reason weekly, and you aren't treated like a human being, and there's no loyalty to any employee. Again, there's no leadership, and the CEOs are abusive, which we see every day with Ethan and Helia. Again, a note for later. Plagiarism at its finest. Interesting. And several other work reviews from people who actually work there say the same thing again and again. And it isn't just on Glassdoor, it's on Trustpilot too, mainly with the customer reviews. It's the same here, but with customer reviews adding that the merch isn't as good as it seems, stating it came in garbage quality and looking like a 10-year-old made it. Well, they're right, Ethan is mentally 10. Several others say it's not worth the price and say it looks like it came from dodgy places like Alibaba. Also, back to the fake reviews. It almost seems like they're the real reviews while the others are not, but as former workers say, they have no real expertise in the fashion industry and these are just Ethan's h3h3 leaving good reviews so people will buy the merch. Just a reminder, they call themselves the Foot Soldiers or Foot Clan, not seeing the obvious parallel here which they're too stupid to realise. To add about employment laws, they did indeed break several of them. I don't know what the penalty is, but it's probably either the loss of business, huge fines, or worse, imprisonment. As you can see, you're supposed to have a healthy workplace culture, which in fact they don't. So that kind of concludes this portion of the video, and it kind of shows how shitty Ethan and Heath are towards their workers. They don't even care about them. I mean, you can see it all there throughout the video. I think they've broken several employment laws, among other things, but again, if you see all the plagiarism and copying designs, that's what we get into next, so let's get into that! So, the merch in general, I mean, if you're wearing this, you deserve to get bullied or your head smashed in. I mean, if you're already wearing the hoodie, you already lost it at this point, so you might as well just turn into a noose and hang yourself with it. You're no use to society anymore anyway. Also, apparently they say that the Teddy Fresh brand itself is clothing straight from the 90s. Even though 90s clothing looks like this. Then the ugly rainbow vomit they got going on here. But thanks to Salvo, another great YouTuber, It's been revealed that Ethan, or especially Healer, I don't think Ethan knows, or he probably knows, knowing him, have been plagiarism and stealing other designs. But when Salvo found this out, the foot bankers over on Reddit immediately found out about it, and weirdly all his Twitter accounts got suspended. And on the other one, like Twitter accounts, they made him delete all the evidence of the them stealing designs. Kind of sus, isn't it? But it's true, several Teddy Fresh merch you see is stolen from other artists or elsewhere, and that's when certain employees were saying and alluding to before. There's also 2 future designs shown mocking Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos as billionaires. Yeah, screw billionaires, fuck them all, we're billionaires, we own giant mansions and other things, and screw workers who treat them like shit like these billionaires, but screw those billionaires, we're the best billionaires, we can relate to you. We all tried to be cool and leftist, even though we're not actually leftist whatsoever, but screw those other billionaires, just believe in us, we with socialism, that's what we're best at, that means we care about the people when we actually don't, An artist who they stole a design from says this: on the 21st of March I sent my design portfolio to Teddy Fresh, and they were sad to see a company which they respected steal one of their designs. And they even mentioned how James Charles stole from them, and I wouldn't steal anything that looks like it been through the Candy King's arse, if I'm honest. They further add that they wish someone in the staff answers and that the company is aware of it. Further down you can see the design, and the design that Teddy Fresh did here with only slight variations. Also note the artist dunking on a h3h3 here. Apparently Healer is the designer herself of all this clothing.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
The possible things he's only good at is saying yes to Ethan and killing Palestinian kids. They even admitted to copying the dino design, backing up many of the workers' claims. And I don't know fully of the California copyright and plagiarism laws, but all this surely breaks it. The most shady ironic thing is they have accused James Charles, Dolskill and others of stealing their colour vomit, as we say, and claim no one else can use that. Well, good on them saving those companies from further embarrassment. Sadly they don't have the foresight to see common sense. Did anyone really expect Ethan to be original and funny? Well, he was neither to begin with, as his earliest videos back when he was liked were ideas that people did already. His audience was mainly children back then, so he got away with it. And they're still children today, but mostly stunted adults. So this concludes their Mission Impossible Ocean's 11 style stealing basically of other people's designs and merch. So I'll try my best to find where they got these from. I think they're from random places on the internet, like Etsy, places like that. I'll do my best to find the links on them, and you can buy them, like the actual merch they stole from, then after going to their place and getting it when it's not theirs at all. Also, bonus, I'll put my merch link up here as well. It's a small business, and compared to Teddy Fresh and this, mine looks better, like literally. And I'm a small YouTuber who has nothing about design. So anyway, let's get on to the other thing, and more of their shady endeavours, let's say.
Just give me the $6, and then I'll give you the 20. Okay. Now, give me the pubes.
So yes, this is the only scam or type of fraud they've done. They've done many others. Yeah, h3h3 are known to con and scam their fans, especially with the mobile game called Bull Rider, which was mediocre at best and loaded with predatory loot boxes and microtransactions. They steal their fans of more money, who many criticised EA and others for, which pissed them all off. They did eventually apologise to this, but only when they were caught out to avoid shredding any credibility they had left. Years down the line, their credibility is more imaginary than Bigfoot. Also, pretty sure this was the cusp of their copyright court case, which brings me to the next thing. It's a food for money, Ethan. Where is it? With the rampant false copyright claims that happen over YouTube these days, you would think Ethan would step in and be everyone's saviour. But no. These h3h3 claim that he ran it dry with the court case. But if that's the case, they wouldn't be sitting pretty letting their main channel go to die and buying huge mansions there, would they? Something tells me they used it for their own gain and screwed every other content creator on the platform. Remember, they full strike creators themselves like Gokanaru and gotten YouTube to take down more. They have a special connection to Susan after all. So I think we'll leave it there, as it'll be drifting on to way too much other stuff and you can leave it for later. I might make this a part 3 series or 3-part series as doing an Ethan video of all the things he's done. It's basically a right opinion video. Probably like 5 hours long and I ain't got time to edit a 5-hour video. I'll be driving me nutty, which I already am, but even more nutty. But anyway, yeah. Also, if you do get to the video end of the video, spread this hashtag Ethan no swiping. Hashtag Ethan no swiping. And put it all over Twitter or something like that in these videos. That'll probably get his attention, not to steal other people's merch and do other shady stuff, isn't it? Anyway, SAS. Thanks to True Sleuth and Salvo for tipping me off and showing me all these dodgy things they're doing, and yeah, this may be like a future 3-part series, as I said, like a Chronicles, as you say, and it was probably in the title already, but yes. Anyway, so if you enjoyed this and want more, don't forget to subscribe to Wonder Darkness and smash the like button, boys. Stay spooky. Toodle! Hey. Subscribing and liking the vids does go a long way on the channel. But what if you want to support me even further? And I have something for you, acolytes. I have a Patreon with 4 tiers going up to £30, which is the max, so easily affordable. And if you want to go a step further, subscribing to my Patreon will give you many special benefits like early access to my videos and behind the scenes content. So you are getting many gifts in return for supporting me and the channel. So the link is in the description, and thank you for helping me in the long run.